going on YouTube? Your girl Yolanda Randolph here. Go ahead, click the subscribe button, tap that notification bell, and hit that like button for your girl, okay? So we can go ahead and get this thing moving, shaking, and popping. Hey, my good people. Another Tell It Tuesday. It is the end of the month already. Can you believe it that this time is going by so quick and so fast? But hey, thank God we're still here to see it, right? You just keep going in God's light and all things will turn out for your good. Just give us some time. Now, I want to tell you a story. Y'all know that a lot of times I'll go into story. This time will be no different. I want to talk about when my son was born. Well, let's talk about before he was born. I had another son, and he was born really extremely early, to the point where he was stillborn. Well, he was stillborn first, and then the doctors came in and told me that I had to deliver him because I was too far along to have them just come in and do their thing to get him out of there. So I had to do the work to go into labor and to actually give birth. Now, for those of you who have never went through that, for those of you who have never went through a stillbirth, death of your baby, is very traumatizing. It's one of those things that digs so deep within you and so painful that you feel like you can't move forward. I had a baby who died, okay? And I would hear all of the other babies crying. I was on the OBGYN floor, or the labor and delivery floor. I can hear all of the little babies being born, and they were crying. Well, I knew that once I finally got my son out, he wouldn't cry. And I can remember asking a nurse, I said, well, will he cry? And she told me that he may whimper a little, but chances are that he'll already die before he's born. Anyway, I don't want to get too deep into it because I'll get sad, and I don't want to be sad. Long story short, I gave birth. I held him. He looks so much like my children that I have now. It's insane, especially the nose. He had the same nose. I do have pictures and all, and I'll share them someday. But let me get to the gist of the story. So when my son Dominic was born, that's my oldest son, I was put to sleep, so they say. They had to put me under because he was an emergency C-section. After my water broke, I got to the hospital, and the doctors realized, well, not just the doctors, all of us realized that his heart rate just slowed down tremendously. It was like, doo-doo, 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 and it just said, doo-doo. And all of us looked at each other and looked at the monitor, and it was on and booming, shaking and popping from there, okay? The doctors rushing me around. They're trying to explain things. It was just a big mess. Anyhow, they put me to sleep. And I was supposed to be out cold, to the point where I had tubes in my throat. I was on a ventilator, all sorts of stuff. It was just a mess. Do you know, during the procedure, and right when my son was born, now mind you, I was out cold. When my son Dominic was born, I can hear him cry. I know that's insane, right? It's insane how I was supposed to be out, but God woke me up. This is how incredible God is. He woke me up enough to be able to hear my baby cry, just a little bit, to hear him cry and to hear that he's okay. After that, when I woke up again, I was in recovery and he was born, and I had a picture next to me. My whole point of telling this story is that when you feel like you're going to miss out on something, I always wanted to hear my baby's first cry. I didn't want to just go see him because he too was born early. I didn't want to wait and go see him in a neonatal intensive care unit and all this type of stuff they were saying that he was going to be in. I wanted to hear him cry. I wanted to have the experience. God woke me up enough for me to hear the experience. Despite what looking for some drama, some spice in your life? Who likes to read? Well, I got news for you. Rettie Books, Rettie Books, is the leading drama publisher, okay? You got to go and check it out. Now, if you're looking for some fights, you're looking for some just overall craziness, you can find all of that and more with the publisher Rettie Books. You can find all of Rettie Books on Amazon.com. Now, please do not get it confused with Rettie. It is Rettie, Rettie Books, okay? Jump into some drama, and let me tell you something. Get your tea ready, get your iced coffee, whatever you like to drink, so that your mind can be focused when you get in on some roller coaster heaviness, okay? All right. This episode is being brought to you by Rettie Books. The doctors were saying that I was going to be out cold until they take me to the NICU to visit him. God did it right then to let me hear him cry. When you feel like all odds are against you, and you're feeling like, well, I won't have that chance, so this person took that chance from me. God is that one who can restore all of that. He's just supplement. Okay, I didn't think I was going to get a chance to hear my baby cry. Just like all them women who had a chance to hear their babies cry when my first son was stillborn. I wanted that opportunity. And God granted me that opportunity. He granted it to me. I want you to get in the mindset of knowing that just because something don't seem like it's going your way, just because something seemed like it's off or odd, God will supplement that. You just have to give him time. It's on his timing. It's on his timing. I was thinking all that time that I was going to miss out on something that incredible. And for some people, it may not be that incredible. For me, it was, and it still is. To this day, I still think about it. God is amazing. If that person walked out on you or whatever, you know that I speak a lot about relationships. If that husband or wife walked out on you and you feel like you won't have the chance to have the happy family that you see around you, or the children or whatever, God, if you give him time, when he says it's his timing, he will be sure to make sure that you get that opportunity, the same opportunity you felt that was lost. You got to turn to him, my friend. I speak to those who are in pain. This is what I do, because Lord knows I have been through it. I have been through the hell and fire and back. This is why I do what I do. I want to encourage you to keep moving, shaking, and popping. I want to encourage you to keep pushing forward when you feel like you were cheated. When you feel like, why is it that everybody around me get the chance to do that, but I don't? If you give God time, he will make sure that you get it. I was supposed to be out cold. God made sure himself to make sure that I woke up enough to hear my baby cry. The doctors said it was impossible. There is nothing impossible when you follow God. There is nothing impossible when you give all your cares to him, when you give all your feelings to him, your pain to him. He will see to it that all things will get better. He will see to it that you will be able to go through the stuff that you're in the positive light that you wanted to go through, that you didn't have the chance. But you gotta wait until it's your turn, okay? You gotta wait until he say that it's time. I know sometimes it's hard. It's so hard to wait around. But I promise you, just like when I heard my baby boy cry, it was worth the wait. Very worth the wait. I want to thank you so much for checking your girl out today. Each and every Tuesday, I'm so grateful for all of you. You all have been so good to me. Thank you so much for giving me a chance, okay? I'm just here to be a reminder and be an encouraging word to you. That's all. I want what's best for all of us. And so I speak my truth and I speak what I've been through in hopes to be able to help you all. And that's the same thing with my books when I'm writing. Y'all know that I was going to bring up my books. Chilling over there on Amazon. Twisted Tales of the Heart is everyone's favorite. I go into detail with a whole bunch of stuff in that one. It's 3 storylines. A lot of stuff going on in there, but it's also a lot of encouragement, a lot of inspiration. That's what I do. And then there's some drama now. I do have a lot of drama in there, but I'm also being an encouragement. I'm also inspiring you. I'm also pushing you, so to speak, if you will. Okay, so be sure to check it out. Harriet High series still booming and popping over there on Amazon. They still doing their thing over there, chilling, waiting for another classmate of theirs to be booming, shaking, and popping. They too go through a lot of drama. I don't go too far left because I know that I'm speaking to babies, but adults do like it too. Okay, I've read all of them and I love them. Of course I'm biased, but hey, I do have some readers that have read it, and they liking it. A lot of my books are 5 stars, and I don't know these people, some of them who put the stars. Okay, so it's not like that they're just some friends who went in there and just done it for me. No, there's some people who I don't know who really enjoyed the book, so it's worth a crack at it, okay, if you will. Thank you so much again for joining me, and I think that's it. Chick Chat Podcast. Be sure to join us, CHICHAT. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, 5 p.m. Eastern, every single Friday, okay? If you have not subscribed, please do so for both the Chick Chat and the Her Intuition podcast over there on YouTube and Facebook and all. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, okay? All right? Blessings to you. Prayerfully, we will chat again next week.
Thanks so much for listening. And be sure to follow me on my #HerIntuition page on Facebook and on Instagram at Yolanda Randolph Publications.